This is PlayerProps.ai. This for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Trevor's tested waters help you swim even the feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you PlayerProps.ai. This for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Trevor's tested waters help you swim even the feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you eat.
Hey guys, it's me Travis with PlayerProps.ai, and this is what we're locking in for the AFC Championship game. If you haven't already seen the NFC Championship game video, guess what? It's also on this YouTube channel, so go ahead and check that out too. But we are specifically targeting the Sunday AFC Championship game, which is it is 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time with the Bills versus the Chiefs. Now, it's very interesting to me. So, if we go back to the Tom Brady Patriot era, every time the Patriots would make a Super Bowl, I would see all these infographics being like the amount of people in the U.S. rooting for the Patriots, and it's just like it's just a small area around New England, Boston area, and then everything else says whoever they're essentially versing, whether that's them in the Super Bowl or them in the AFC Championship. And I find it very interesting that I'm seeing the same thing with the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm seeing that like only Kansas City is rooting for Kansas City Chiefs. Everybody's rooting for the Bills. But that can't be right. Like, I feel like not everybody hates the Chiefs. Like, Patrick Mahomes is not the I wouldn't say like Tom Brady was a negative person, but a lot of people didn't like Tom Brady. That he doesn't have that, like, he's not super cocky like that. I know he's got confidence, Patrick Mahomes does, but he's a completely different person. And I know that there's probably a few people who are tired of the whole Kelce Taylor Swift thing, but he's not, like, she's showing up to games. That's like the gist of it. And so it's just so interesting to me to see these graphics, which I know they can't be true, but they're just like, hey, Kansas City's rooting for Kansas City in the AFC Championship, and the rest of the country's rooting for Buffalo. So I just want to let it be known that we're definitely not rooting for Buffalo for obvious reasons, but, like, I don't know. How do you like Buffalo more than Kansas City? Doesn't make any sense. If you are rooting for Buffalo because they are versing Kansas City and not because you're a Buffalo fan, I need to know in the comments, and then vice versa. I need to know who you're rooting for in the AFC Championship, and I need to know why, because I think it's that dynamic is so interesting to me. So what we're going to do is what we always do. We're going to look for our favorite player prop, which we're on a nice win streak here. We've won. We hit every single day. There was NFL playoff games, except for the first day because we had the Nico Collins under. So we've hit every single time since the very first day of NFL playoffs. And, yeah, we'll see what we can do here for this one. So we're going to find a player prop. We're going to look for a team bet that we like, if there is anything we like there. So player prop-wise, we have the Buffalo-Kansas City game highlighted. So we have all of the players who currently have actually, we start on receiving yards. Hold on. So we have receiving yards. We're going to do what we always do. We're going to see if there's any players that have a 40 line for receiving or higher and have a 50% accuracy rating. And lo and behold, we have one. Xavier Worthy is the only player with a higher than 40 line, for receiving yards anyway, with a higher than 50% accuracy. The problem is that his line is 49.5 and his projection is 48, and that's just way too close for us to bother with. But he has become the primary receiver, if we're not referring to Kelce as receiver, the primary receiver for, wide receiver anyway, for the Kansas City Chiefs. Yeah, like, look, this is the season here. So he's a rookie. He's getting some looks here, kind of goes off here against Chargers, getting some little bit of looks, and then since 11-17, he has not gotten less than 41. That's also pretty interesting as well. Since 11-17, his lowest output is 41, and his line's only at 49.5. Then again, the projection's saying he may not hit 49.5. He did verse Buffalo on 11-17 and got 61 against them, so he's 100% head-to-head because, again, he has hit this line in his only time he versed Buffalo in the last 365 days. But it's so interesting that he's like he's learning the offense, he's getting put into the offense here, and then he figured out the offense, and then pop. if we were going to even possibly tail what the AI was saying on going under 49.5, the fact that his lowest line since 11/17, which is over 2 months ago, was 41. I don't like that. So I don't think we're touching Xavier Worthy. So what I'll do now is I will remove the requirements. Let's see if there's anybody that's like almost close. So there's a lot of small baby lines here. You know, Noah Gray 12.5, Curtis Samuel 13.5. There is another 40 plus because we have Khalil Shakir here, but his accuracy is 31%. And what I always mention is what does this tell us? This tells us in the 16 games that we have recorded for Curtis Samuel or for Khalil Shakir. In 16 games, he only did what he was supposed to do 31% of the time. If he's supposed to go over, he went under. If he's supposed to go under, he went over. That's why his accuracy is only 31%. That being said, in the 2 playoff games, he has definitely covered this line. 61 in his first game against the Broncos, and then 67 this weekend, last game against the Ravens. In his only game against the Chiefs this season, 11-17, he got 70. But again, same thing with Xavier Worthy. It's fractionally lower. So the AI and the line are very close for those 2 players. I think those are the... Oh, we have Kelce as well. So Kelce's an underplay because 64, of course, is less than 69. He didn't hit this line in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 straight games leading into the playoffs. Or, I guess this is not a playoff game here. And then he had 117 this weekend against the Texans. Yeah, this season, he's only hit this line 5 times. The last game, and then 4 games out of 5 here in the middle. I drafted him in one of my main fantasy leagues, and he did not do... I don't know, it took him forever to get like 8 touchdowns. But I would never go under on Kelce or Mahomes in the playoffs because they know how to take care of business. So if we're looking at underplays, Hollywood Brown I don't think got a single catch. Okay, so this is interesting. So he was activated a few weeks ago because he had that injury, right? So Texans, his first game against the Texans on 12/21, 45, 46. He's got 45, 46, and he did not record a single catch in the Houston game. Let's look at receptions here. So he was targeted twice. So I don't know if you know this or not, but we have this new feature here where it'll show you the receptions and the total targets they got if you highlight receptions here. Targeted 8 times, caught the ball 5 times. Targeted 7 times, caught the ball 4 times. Targeted twice, 0 catches. His line for this is 3.5. His projection says 3.2, but we're not going to touch that right now. So this is almost a 40 line. The accuracy is 0, which means in the one game we have a prediction for him, whether it was this one or this one, RAI said probably he's going to go under, but he went over, which is why it's 0% through one game recorded of a projection. He's got NA on the head-to-head because he did not verse this team this season. He was not active for that. So he's targeted twice. And this is targeted, 7 times here, 6 times here. So that's what it was? 8 and 7 and 2. I think with Kelce being so dependable in that game against Houston that he didn't really need to look anywhere else. Dare we go under Hollywood Brown? I mean, they have so many mouths to feed now. They got Xavier Worthy, who we already looked at. They have Travis Kelce, who ate up the Texans in the last game. They have DeAndre Hopkins, who's 800 years old but still catching some balls. They have Juju Smith-Schuster. So is it crazy with all of those people who have been playing the whole season to get enough looks taken away from him where he doesn't hit this 39.5 line. What I want to do here is I want to look at the props comparison to see if we get a better line. So 39.5. If we're going under, we want the highest line possible. So let's go to Sunday. We're looking for receiving yards. So it looks like 39.5 is the highest. FanDuel's got, what, 34? 36. But ESPN Bet and DraftKings have 39. So if you're going to go under, DraftKings has the best payout at minus 115 for a 39.5 line. I think this might be it. What I'm going to do before I officially lock that in is I'm going to look at the rushing yards. We're going to go with our filters. 40 here. 50 here. Oh, I don't think there's any. Yeah, if it goes straight to receiving yards, then that means there's nobody. Buffalo, Kansas City. Yeah, because James Cook is less than 50% here. So there's two players that have higher than 40 rush yards. We have Josh Allen, 48.5. James Cook, 57.5. I don't know if I want to go under James Cook. He has been doing pretty decent in the playoffs. At 120 against Broncos, 67 against Baltimore. He's been pretty good all season. I mean, pretty good. I mean, he hasn't had back to 3 games in a row where he hasn't hit this line. He hit 2, missed 2, and then it was pretty much on and off throughout the entire season. And this is the first time since early December that he had 2 in a row over this. What is the current line right now? Okay, so this is also something interesting. So Moneyline Predictor says out of 15 games recorded where we have a projection for a game, for a money line and a game that Buffalo Bills was a team in, the AI was correct 66% of the time. For the Chiefs, it's 92% of the time. So both of those are decent. The money line is super close right now. Kansas City minus 125, which gives Kansas City a 55 implied chance. This is not a prediction. This is what the sportsbooks are telling us. What the prediction is the AI saying that Buffalo actually has a 53% chance. Buffalo plus 105. So if Buffalo is winning, I mean, the projection for James Cook was under, right? This might be our team bet. I think Buffalo plus 105 is our team bet. Let me go back to the predictor here. Yeah, this was an underplay. So yeah, I'm not touching this because Buffalo's favored by our AI. So I'm not going under 57.5. So I think what we're doing is we're going under Hollywood Brown 39.5, and then our team bet. Our team bet's going to be Buffalo 105. So Buffalo money line. Actually, let's see if it's a better price somewhere else. I'm going to go to 26. Money line. If you're wearing Buffalo, yeah, it is better. So on Caesars, you can get Buffalo money line for plus 115. So Buffalo money line plus 115. And then the bet was Hollywood Brown under 39.5 receiving yards. That is the 2 picks for the AFC Championship. If you haven't seen the NFC video, go ahead and watch that right now. Then we're definitely going to have a video, if not multiple, for the Super Bowl. But yeah, comment who you're rooting for in the comments and tell me why. Don't just say go Chiefs or go Bills. I want to know why. What side are you rooting for in this? Why? Let us know in the comments. Good luck, guys, and we'll see you on the next show.